Hi, I'm Brock with New Age, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble the adjustable pizza pan rack. This is our double high, double wide pizza pan rack. It comes from New Age with the casters installed. You will receive a right side, a left side, and a center section. We then move to the brackets for installation. The bottom section utilize these angle brackets, which have a left and a right, and this longer bracket is for the center section. We move up to the middle and the top section. It requires this channel bracket, which bolts to the left and the right side, and we move to the center section, which has this longer channel bracket. The spreaders bolt in to the center section and the left section or the right section to set your width for your pizza pans. The channel is also used to set your width. We then move to the bolts. The bolts are a 1/2 inch long bolt with lock nuts, as well as some 1.5 inch long bolts with lock nuts. The tools required are a 3/8 inch wrench and a 7/16 inch wrench, as well as a 3/8 inch socket and a 7/16 socket. We'll start with our right side, and we'll use our left and right brackets, as well as 2 1/2 inch bolts and lock nuts. Move to the bottom of the rack. We'll start with this right side bracket, which has a notch on the bottom side to allow the caster to swivel. Place our bolt down through the bottom angle and into our mounting bracket and start that nut on the bottom side. We'll now move to our left side with our notch on the bottom side. Place our bolt through that bottom angle again and start the lock nut. Next, we start with our middle channel brackets and our 1.5 inch long bolts with washers and lock nuts. Our first piece will go on the outside and bolt through, putting a washer on the front and the back. Once you have the nut started, you can move to our back side of the upright, another 1.5 inch bolt, washers and lock nuts. We bolt on our other bracket and get that nut started. We'll now move up to the top and repeat the process with the same brackets. Once again, we bolt through, washer on both sides, and lock nut on the inside. Now we're going to tighten all the bolts. We'll start with our 7/16 inch socket and our 3/8 wrench. Now we'll move on to our center brackets and the top brackets. Here we'll need a 7/16 wrench and 7/16 socket. And that completes your right side. Here we have our center section, and we'll start bolting on all of our brackets for the center section. Our first bracket is the bottom side. Bolt goes down through the angle into the bracket, and another one on the other side. And now we get our center and top brackets for the center section that are installed with the 1.5 inch long bolts, washers, and nut. This bracket goes over the top, bolt goes through the upright, and washer and nut on the back side. We'll install the same style of bracket at the top of the pan rack. And now we'll tighten all the bolts, starting at the bottom with our 3/8 wrench and our 7/16 socket. Now we move up to the middle, 7/16 wrench and a 7/16 socket, and at the top. Now that this side is complete, we'll flip it over and repeat the same process on the other side. Here we have the pieces that we just assembled. We have our right side, our center section that we're now going to bolt together with our angle bracket and our channel bracket. And you will test fit your pizza pan to see how wide you need to make it. As we take our bracket and lay it underneath, we place one bolt through the left side bracket that we've already installed and match up with our center section. We now get our channel bracket, which has the same holes as our angle bracket we just installed on the bottom. We will use the same holes to line up this channel in the center. We use the 1/2 inch bolts with a lock nut. And now we'll do the same process at the top of the rack. And now we'll tighten all the bolts that we just installed, and then we'll flip it over and repeat the process exactly like this side. And now we'll repeat this process for the left side. You do not have to assemble it with the same size on both sides. The process is the same. Start at the bottom, set it up for your size of pan, and that's the full assembly of the double wide and the triple wide pizza pan rack. As you can see, we've configured this one for a wider pan on the left side as compared to the right side, and it can be reconfigured at any time for pizza pans from 10 inches to 16 inches. We also offer a single wide pizza pan rack. The only difference in assembly is the top and middle crossbars. As shown here on the top bar, it is assembled with a 3/8 bolt into our telescoping top bracket. There's a set screw on the end that holds it at the correct width. Once you get your bolts started, you can tighten them up with a 9/16 wrench. And that completes our assembly of the adjustable pizza pan racks. For more information, visit us at newageindustrial.com.